Hi, so I want to show you some functions here about the design option in SimplyClothes Studio. So if you go into design part, you can just design the cut and sewing pattern, and so many people have a bit of struggling here, but it's really easy. So what I recommend is to go first in the simulation node, select your character, put it a bit like if you're in top section like here. I put it a bit behind the red line. So from the front view, it goes behind this x-axis, and then add collision to it. And that's it for first. Afterwards, you go to design, and then you just hit this big button, design cut and sew pattern. So, and here we start. So many had some issues to draw them. And what I recommend is to start every time on the right side from the user, not from the character. So I just click once, not drawing nothing, just click once like this. I can grab it with the G key, you see. I release it with right mouse click. And now if I hit E for extrude, I can make a second one. And from here is the full workflow. I just make first straight lines like this. Try to match what I want, something like that. And now, if I want to adjust the curves, I can grab them. Just click with right click. In my case, it's right click. If you changed your selection, click to left, it will be left, I think. And you adjust it to your needs, something like that. So I want it to be covered this part. And now I go to make curves, and then I get these lines. And from here we can make stuff like this. Yeah, so we can adjust it to the needs. If it should be a bit tight in here, we make this. And for this part, I want to have it like this. And that's it. If we are happy with the main result like this, we go over, we can make subdivisions if we want to, but in this case I don't want to make subdivisions, or dissolve some vertex points. Apply my mirror, so it will apply this modifier here, but I want to have a unitard closed piece, like it will go create a mesh and extrude it to the back. The resolution should be okay, but we can turn it higher and create the cloth. One click, you see what's happening. I can scale it a bit and go in edit mode and select all the not needed parts in face mode, like here, and then I hit L for linked. And this should be removed after the selection. So we select all parts which should be holes, and then we hit this button unitard sew, and that's it. So we can check out the mesh for inside vertex, inside sewings, not vertex, sorry. And then if this is okay, we can check the face orientation. It's great too. And what we can do here is, now I will implement it in next update. It will be like if it is selected all the seams, it will be added automatically to the vertex groups. Afterwards, you will see if you create the object, and then you can weld it. So it will be close sewing directly in animation. So we convert it to SimplyCloth like this one, and you will notice. So if we scale it a bit, we have some parts like this. This is simply shrink. You can move it higher like this if needed, of course, so there is no intersection with the collision mesh, but try to avoid stuff like this. So let it be like free. And now we see these vertex groups. At the moment you can make it like this. Hold, select the seam, Shift G and select all seams and just assign them to the simply weld. So if it's not working, you can assign them here. Okay, and then if you just play, you get some weird results here, but this is the quality here. I can put it a bit higher, hit play, and play with the collision quality or the main quality of itself, like 16. I want to have it like cotton. A bit of shrinking negative value should be. So if I turn it like here and check out the collision distance, it's okay. We can make self collision, but for this part, I think we don't need. Perhaps let's turn it on and check it now. So if you manually change the quality here, it should work great. So the freaking out at this area should not work. So, and what we do before is merge by distance. It should now merge the gaps. Correct. But this will be automatically done in next update. This is the main idea of this workflow. So look at this. We have created very fast, nice object. And of course, this part is mirrored from here because we extruded. But I think it's for the most cases great. So if you like this now, you go in a finish mode and apply and finish, or you turn on the simulation button till it is get to the needs. Something like that, and then we can finish it. So from here, you have the next part. So if you like this, you can just leave it like this, but I want to fix some points like here and here. I go directly in adjust and pin, go to sculpting mode and hold shift and click slowly here, but it's too much. So we need to select the smoothing brush like here and play with the strength. So a little bit here. So if I go slowly, I click, and it will smoothing out these areas what I don't like. Yeah. So sometimes we have mesh issues. We can solve them later, but for this case, I like it very much. Yeah, something like that. I ignore this issue first. If I'm happy or unhappy, you can grab edges and make other stuff with it. So it will be cloth simulation. If I select geometry, I can make like this. And it really depends on how it's created. So if we want to edge inflate, let's see what happens. It is an object in cloth simulation mode. If you want to bend it, it will take the full, you see, depending on the size what you select. But I do not recommend it to do it in a triangulated mesh like this. So if you have a quad-based mesh, use the quad-based mesh and these functions here. But for now, I'm here finished. The next step will be like trying out the enhancement. So you can add more wrinkles to it. So if you need a bit more details, but it's not every time that good. So you see it's breaking. So I think the best quality will be here if you have a quad-based object. Yeah. And play around it with. But we don't need this here. I am happy with this main result now. So the next step will be like testing out the materials. And we noticed here are no materials. What I like to do is to select the Simply Fast materials, which is released in 1st of November. And there you have fabrics. And we can just drag and drop them into the cloth here. So my favorite is like velvet. I drag and drop here and I can test out. And of course, if the main skin of is not that nice, I have here skin. It's not perfect, but it's okay for starting points. So variations, the cells. So I want more cleaner, not that much cells. Very basic. look here. I have a different kind of clothes here. So I select it. Hi, there it is. If you see the texture is not working, it's depending on the UVs, which is not automatically created. This is a second issue I don't implement it. This will be in the next update, of course, available for free. So it will make the perfect patterns. You see, if I turn it correct here. And now it should work in correct way. So to adjust the materials, you have a very nice material sliders here. You can play with the roughness, with the bumpiness, and the scale, of course. And for this kind, we don't need some extra roughness, and just play around. So I just want to show you how fast we can create clothing here. I think this will be the best for this. A very bright sheen weight. You can play sheen weight, the scaling again, and have a very first and fast concept. So thanks to Simply Clothes Studio, I was able to create very fast concept cloth, which I can work now and make some quadri mesh or topology and make fast materials on it. So these materials are specially designed for Eevee. They are very fast and they are working very nice. So silk, I see it few seconds, not counting to 2. Sometimes it is already ready. So leather, yeah, and do whatever you want. The other point is like if we have this cloth, I turned this off. The other problem in the designing section was like painting the cloth and make it skin tight. This is a problem if you have an armature on it. You have making rigging and all that stuff. Here will be the armature, like, and this is deforming the mesh depending the bones you have. And I do not recommend to use it on an armor mesh, this paint cloth. Yeah, so you make a duplicated version. You have the armature, and here you remove the armature. Yeah, you can select the target object for a different kind of workflow, but you can do it without first. So just select the mesh, paint cloth, and so with this I want to make fast underwear. So if I'm clicking here, it is creating one color, but if you click again and you want to fill out, it will create a different color. So how to avoid this? So if you're working on this and want to fix this, you hold Control, and if you start here drawing, it will take the greenish color. If you start here, it will remove the color. So you have full control like this. And if I want this color, I start here and draw. If I want this, I draw here. And be aware, you have a duplicated mesh, because it could destroy the topology you created for. So if you have a nice character with good topology, and I show you the next step will be like smoothing out some areas. So this is our first, and now I want a different color for this part. Of course, I can turn on mirror, so this will be the other one. Oh, sorry, like this. It's perhaps too much. I want a closed mesh, and I will show you now why this will be important. So we are drawing into the topology of this mesh, yeah. And if I want to smooth out stuff like this, I recommend to hold Shift again and smoothing out. You see what's doing here? But the problem is it will smoothing out the geometry. So if we turn on the wireframe and I hold Shift, you see what is happening. Yeah, we don't want this. And if we make this kind of adjustments, it's destroying your topology. So be aware of it. I try to figure out what's the best way will be here. So I make it a bit tighter like this. Wider, and now here it will be tighter, yes. And here I make it again wider, and now I'm smoothing out. This will be interesting. Underwear, I think. Perhaps here's too much. Make something like this. And again, smoothing out. So this looks nice. And from here, we can extract face set. Click here and go over to to design and hit simply skin. From here, you have the thickness you can play with. You have tight mesh. The same here. You go to paint cloth. You see our drawn face set and hit extract face set and click the second one. Go again to design and simply skin tight. Play a bit around and then here you go. Sometimes people don't like the solidify. You can push it forward or afterward depending on what you need. And this will be created by the topology of your mesh. So you can adjust it very easy here if needed. So I like it to adjust it here. Oh, what I done? No, this was not good. So this is okay. The same here. The same you will notice here. But this will be a difficult part. So I recommend sometimes to make quadri mesh if needed, of course. So this is okay. Then we put our cloth like over top of it. So, and then we can adjust this cloth. Afterwards, we have the underwear, we have this one. And of course, if you select the mesh bounds, you make seams, like one in the center, perhaps, like this. We can unwrap it very fast and add a different material to it. What we have here is simply fast materials, fabrics. Here we have laces too for underwear. So if we go in preview shading mode, so this we need to change to our curtain. It's a bit of transparent, which is nice. The transparency you can adjust here, or the translucency and the structure of it. So I just want to have it like bluish, reddish, no matter what. But if you have under it like stuff like this, yeah, we can select lace material for this part and make it, for example, black. Yeah, here play with the scaling till it is fitting your design. Yeah, or try the different one. So here again, depending on what you have set up, you can use it here. Laces is not every time that good, but in this section it will be okay, I think. It's not the best here, just to make fast concepts like this. Yes, so if you have stuff like this, then you can select the fabric lace style 2, I think. Oh no, what's the first? No, the third, this one. Yeah, so you have this. Or the pants should be like more sport wool like. You see, depending on the UVs, it creates this effect. So perhaps we can make it not this polyester, would be nice, I think. But for this, make sure you have selected the correct seams. Make it nice. Perhaps it will be better now. Yes, a bit better. Or just denim. Yes, it's okay too. Yeah, something like black, sportish like pants. Put this here again. Sorry. And here you go. We have here different materials like fishnet. Yes, here. So I can have this transparent look if you need. Yeah, sometimes it's great. Sometimes you really don't need this. But you'll see how we can work with it. So this will be a nice additional asset pack for simply clothes users. A concept will be okay, but not that good. Stitches you can create here, of course, too, and give them materials. But for this case, I think it's great. So if we take again this, where it is a fishnet, play with the scaling and the thickness, you're good to go, I think. Yeah. So you have a little bit of transparency depending on the thickness. Yeah. And now you can work with it. Nice. So if you don't like the laces, just take a different one. Less structure, more scaling, that's it. So you can create very fast clothings. And next problem in Simply Clothes Pro was like if you select this target object and then you can click point cloth. It's a very interesting feature. So sometimes you just want to be fast and nothing working with cut and swing patterns. You would just want to make pants or just top shirts, something like that. Again, you select the target object and now you hit click point cloth like this. And from here you hold Control and create an vertex point. And now if you hit G for grab, you start at the wrinkle points and it will take automatically. So if we go to this mode, it will automatically take the middle point of your mesh. And if you hit E again for extrude, it will do it anytime the correct way till your needs. So if I make this and I make this stuff too, check out how it looks. It creates like a rig, like a bones. And depending from here, I make this. It creates like enclose for me. And what you do here is just finish click close. What is this? Yeah. So many people think, what is this? It's not working that nice. No, it's just created a very bad topology here. So it going in edit mode to fix stuff like this. Yeah. So we don't need this perhaps. I hope I do not remove too much. And it really depends on the object. And in this case, I don't like it that much. So we destroy it completely. So don't use this in this option. Let's try again. I make it easier. I hold Control and click and G to start the point here. And what I want to do here is now I just go till the neck and finish here. Oh, this is okay. This is okay. You can play with the how it called, a shrink wrap. Yes, like this, which is great. It removes here the holes and there, but here we have like a gap which is closed. So just delete the faces and the edge. And from here you can start. If you are in the where it was. Now I was going through this point. I missed the button. So don't worry. Click and point, we did it. And then if you create from here cloth, yeah. So we apply this all. I convert it to cloth, play a bit with the scaling, now we have, oops, we don't add this to collision. We have very fast created cloth. And if it's too low res, just go over the viewport resolution to 1, stop, and test again. Yeah, so it really depends on what you need. You can shrink it inside a bit, and there you go. So you have created fast cloth, but it's not perfect because of there are no cut and swing pattern. But this is the point. Sometimes you just need, for example, pants. Let's try this too. I click and point here, start at the ankles here, go over here, make this, and go over here, and finish it. You see, it's broken completely. So this is not the best way. Sometimes you need to play around. So you see what's happening here. There it is. So if we can scale it in the proportional editing connected only, you can adjust it a bit. And this is completely wrong. Completely wrong. So this is not that good result. What you can do is you can make something like this. Here is the issue. You see, it is going inside this. If you remove it, you will have this bad topology. So this is not the best part. So in this case, I do not recommend to use it. To use this function. It's sometimes good. So here we go. We have created very fast few objects. And let's see. Wow, what is this? It's not fit anymore because of the height here. Yes. And that's how you use this function. So I hope it's now understandable more and we can get better results. So really, for example, just painting cloth, it's very easy. You click here like this. Oh, it created fully this part here. Hold Control, take the color with it, extract face, and simply skin tight. Here you go. Yes, that fast. Again, go to the edit mode, check out how it works, and you'll see it works great. So I don't want to have this dirt part, like denim, or the laces would be great. I think in this case you can make cool effects. So it's up to you. I hope I could help you and show you my new asset library. So feel free to test it. You can use different materials here too. Plastics, paintings, and metals, leathers. Perhaps leather would be interesting here. Yes, this you can turn to a reddish color. And then you have something like this, depending on what you need. Hard leather, the scaling again, play with it. And here you go. Smudges, roughness. Play around. Glasses, fabrics, and composite Kevlar or carbon for automotive design. So I think it's now more understandable here how to use the design section. The enhance section I showed you in a different video. Just check it out and feel free to ask in Discord or in contact creator in the product page on my shop site on Blender Market. I wish you the best and only the best. Bye.